I'd like to take a minute to discuss the harsh reality that Black content creators face. I recently lost out on a 5-figure brand deal for posting this picture with this caption. Nowhere in the contract were there any stipulations given around what kind of content I could post, except for the branded content, which would be approved by the company. As for my personal content, nothing was said. After posting that picture and posting that caption, I received a phone call from my agent saying that the company thought it was inappropriate. And I just want to take a second to unpack that. When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man. It's been generally agreed upon by the Black community for decades that the N-word isn't derogatory, it's a term of endearment. And that brings us to the photo. Yet again, when I look at this picture, I see playfulness. I see a Black girl living her best life, having fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it to me, especially not in the world we live in today. For centuries, Black women's bodies have been scrutinized, they've been picked apart, they've been deemed unworthy, they've been deemed inappropriate, and this is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization of the Black female body which has led to this very conversation. The only way someone else could deem this as inappropriate is if they projected their sexual desires onto me, or if they projected their underlying judgments onto me, which is what we call prejudice. Now, typically I would brush that off and say that's a you problem, but it becomes a me problem because it threatens my livelihood, just the same way these systems of oppression have threatened the livelihood of Black women for centuries. Furthermore, you want access to my audience, which is mostly Black women, without actually having a full appreciation for Black culture. Why is it that what's considered appropriate or professional is always adjacent to whiteness? You want the activist part of me that's articulate and intelligent, but that's just one side of my Black girl magic. Because the other side of me knows how to turn up and throw this ass. And that's what I'm gonna do. We don't have to separate who we are in order to please these companies. We don't have to erase or hide any aspect of our personality in order to get these bags. If you can't handle me at my back that ass up, you don't deserve me at my I have a dream.
Understand me clearly. Jobs need stronger background checks. And option 2, we need to make sure that people on social media follow the guidelines that jobs have put in place, particularly around not sharing or doing things that are not within the guidelines of the place you work for, right? I think we can all agree. I think we can all understand such a thing because it's normal for a job to dot their I's and cross their T's so that they don't have to deal with anybody calling them saying, hey, your employee is on social media. Let's say a teacher of some kind, a substitute teacher is on social media dressing up in the most non-fashionista attire ever, looking like he's trying to cosplay in Elden Ring or as an NPC that I'm going to kill in God of War because I still need to be the DLC in God of War. But we reached out to the communications director at Clear Creek ISD after receiving, that's clear, not clerk or whatever I said, after receiving reports from parents about inappropriate content being uploaded on social media by a teacher for students to see. And listen, I'm all for it's your social media account. Do whatever you see fit. And if you worked for a company that clearly set up rules that say, hey, whatever you post on social media, that's what you post, and it's not up for us. However, where he works is not where those things are put in place. You work for a place, well, you did work for a place that doesn't allow you to have content on there that would cause a lot of issues for everybody. And I'm gonna be honest, and not to sound like I'm body shaming, but somebody built like pudding and has on underwear that is clearly not meant for anybody who actually has a large penis. Yeah, I don't think you need to be putting that on social media. And I can't scroll down because if I scroll down, you're going to see that print that's not really impressive. But I'm going to read his caption to you. Sad I can't go, because he posted this on Instagram. Sad I can't go to TBRU. I'm currently fixing my current financial situation, but here's what I threw together and would have been my sin, because Maybe this is some convention or some kink cosplay going on, but the job themselves put out a statement or responded to Libs of TikTok. The Clear Creek, because Clear Clerk sounds natural, the Clear Creek Independent School District has a policy in place which articulates expectations of social media use by employees. It states employees in a public school system are responsible for modeling and teaching high standards of decency and civic values. District employees must model the character they are expected to teach both on and off of the worksite. This applies to material posted on personal websites and other internet social media sites, messages or pictures that diminish the employee's professionalism, impair the employee's ability to maintain the respect of the students and parents, and impede the employee's ability to effectively perform his or her job. This type of material includes, but is not limited to, text, pictures involving hate speech, nudity, obscenity, vulgarity, conduct illegal for a minor, or sexually explicit content, and yeah, dressing up like pudding cosplay with your non-existent print out there for everybody to see. Yeah, not really anything that's within the guidelines of an organization. Posting such material may be grounds for termination or other disciplinary action. This personnel matter has been addressed in accordance with that policy, and the individual is no longer a substitute at the workplace. Good! I need more of this. I need more people to understand. Yes, you could try to be an influencer. You could try to share your life. You could try to post and hopefully get a bunch of sponsors caring about you and getting brand deals. But if you work a regular 9-to-5 job on top of that, make sure you read their handbook, because I would venture to guess they don't want to find out that you posting spread eagle for everybody to see on Instagram, that you're not tweeting hail insert terrorist here on Twitter, that you're not wearing some clearly BDSM style roleplay mascot outfit with your non-existent print showing for everybody to see, especially if you're an educator. No amount of, oh, well, how can a job sit there and do such a thing like that? How could a job sit here and punish me for living my proof away from the school? Well, it's because you're an embarrassment. You're a risk to their professionalism, and based on their rules and their standards, they don't want to fucking deal with you. Glad we could have this conversation. Goodbye.